If you want to land high-paying clients in the solar industry, one single deal could bring you from $2,000 all the way to $5,000 per month in recurring revenue. In this video, I'll show you how to build a sales system that automatically reaches out to solar companies using highly personalized messaging and a no-brainer offer that makes closing deals faster and easier and logically leads to a retainer. My name is Saad, and I've scaled my sales system agency from $0 all the way to $80,000 a month in about 8 months after I went all in sales systems. But before that, I was freelancing on Upwork. Then I quickly realized that having a real business rather than trading my time for money was the key to achieving financial freedom and having a consistent growth. So the goal of this channel is to teach you how to build and sell systems from $2,000 all the way to $10,000 with no coding or business experience. So if you're ready to build systems that drive real revenue and give you the financial freedom that you want, this channel is for you. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to scope the project together. We're going to do market research together. I'm also going to show you how to build the system step by step. And at the end, I'm also going to show you how to sell it because that's ultimately what I want you to do after you click off this video. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so we're going to target solar companies with a headcount from 1 to 10, 11 to 21, and 21 to 50. Basically, small to mid-sized companies. And our step-by-step workflow is going to be building our lead list in Apollo. And Apollo is basically going to be our lead sourcing database. And then we're going to use Epify to scrape this lead list. And basically, Epify is our platform where we're going to find a gold mine of scrapers. We can find scrapers that scrape data from LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Crunchbase, Clutch, any platform. And then we're going to do some market research so we can find pain points that we can leverage in our copy, in our offer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to validate those emails that we're going to scrape from Apollo, and we're going to clean our lists, and then we're going to generate a personalization using AI. And at the end, we're going to add everything to our instantly campaign, and everything is going to be done automatically. Okay. Now I already have a pre-drafted copy that I wrote for you explaining basically every element of it, the clear value proposition, the quick social proof intro, etc., etc. We're going to have to refine it later on, and you guys will understand basically my thought process whenever I'm writing copy and building an offer. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Apollo and we're going to start building our lead list. So I'm just going to go to apollo.io, and so once you sign up, you're going to log into your account. Okay. And then you're going to go to people. And then we're going to start building our list. So what do we want? We want to go to email status, and then we're going to have to toggle save to send and remove this include catch-all emails. There you go. So untoggle this. And then make sure you're always in the net new tab. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? I want to go to employees, and then I'm going to check 1 to 10, 11 to 20, and 21 to 50. Okay. And then I'm going to go to location, and I'm going to just type in United States, or just click on United States. Just choose this button right here, United States. There you go. And now I'm going to go to job titles. Okay. And the person that I want to talk to is going to be founder. So it's going to be founder. Founder. I also want to talk to co-founders, basically decision makers. And awesome. Okay. So now, how do I get basically solar companies? So a very simple way to do this is just basically go to industry and keywords, and just go to keywords and just type in solar. And then I'm going to retrieve all the company in the United States, right? There are solar companies. So for example, let me just copy this. So this is a solar company. Okay. Solar batteries. Yeah. Okay, great. Let me check another company here. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So I'm pretty sure about it. So I have 1.8K results. What do I want? I want to build a lead list where I have 2.5K results. So I'm just going to go to job titles, and I'm just going to add more job titles that I want to include. So for example, it would be partner. I'm at 2.5, 2.4K. That's amazing. So essentially I can just go ahead and scrape this. So I'm just going to go to Apify. And once you sign up, you're going to click on get started, right? Or go to console. And then the one that I want is going to be in store. So I'm just going to look for Apollo. And it's going to be this scraper right here. So $1 per 1,000 leads, which is amazing. And all you have to do basically is just copy this URL and paste this here. Total numbers of records required. Either you leave this empty or you put basically the total numbers of records you want to scrape specifically. So if I want to scrape every single thing here, I can just leave that empty. If I want to scrape basically just 1,000 leads, I can just type in 1,000, okay? In terms of get work emails or get personal emails, I only want the get work emails. In terms of run options, I'm just gonna toggle no timeouts and maximum charged results. Let me just put 500 just for the case of this video. Okay, and then maximum limit, I'm just gonna click on save and start. And the scraper is gonna go ahead and scrape all that data, right, from Apollo. It's gonna take us probably like 5 to 10 minutes. So found 100 results, 32 contacts, 68 people, scraping successfully started, okay? So the scraper is gonna do all the job, basically. And that's the only thing that we're gonna have to do manually. So we're gonna wait for this scraper to finish. In the meantime, what we're going to do is basically go to make, right? And we're going to start building our system. So once you sign up to make.com, you're going to go to create a scenario. And then the one that I want is basically going to be Apify. So Apify, and it's going to be get data set items. So the way you're going to get your dataset ID and also your API key is, first of all, let's go ahead and retrieve our API key. And it's going to be always in settings. And then you're going to have to go to API integration. You're just going to copy this right here, copy. And then you're going to have to go back and then go to add, right? Paste in your API key. And you can name this whatever you want. So solar companies, YouTube, right? And you're just going to have to click on save. Right? And the dataset ID is you're going to have to go back to your runs. So runs, and it's going to be this run right here. And we're already scraping 400, which is pretty sweet. We're going to go to storage and you're going to have to copy this. Perfect. Let me go back and then I'm just going to paste this here. In terms of limits, I'm just going to put 1, right? And I'm going to click on run once and I'll be able to basically scrape all that data that I have here. So here's the first name, last name, full name, the LinkedIn URL, the co-founder, the organization name, right? The headline, etc., the company name, even the phone numbers, which is pretty sweet. So if you're cold calling them, you can essentially just do that. We also have the email, right? So that's amazing. Now, the reason it stopped is because please increase the limit to get more data. You can increase the maximum charge results and input. Just because we basically reached 500, because we specifically put, if you guys noticed, 500 here, right? So if you want to basically leave that empty, right, you're going to get charged $1 per 1,000 leads. Okay. So now, essentially, all I have to do is I'm going to have to validate the email, right? So let's go back to our project scope. So build lists in Apollo, check. Scrape using Apify, check. Market research and find pain points. I'm going to have to do that after basically building the backbones of the system, because this is the real juice, right? The market research and finding the pain points, because we have to build a copy and an offer that resonates with their industry insights, industry lingo, how they speak, etc., etc. So now we're going to validate emails and clean lists, okay? So the system is going to do this automatically for us. So all you have to do is basically click on this plus button and look for a platform called Mails.so. Okay. Now, Mails.so is an email validation tool. And the reason why we're using it is because most of the emails that you're going to scrape from Apollo are not going to be 100% valid. So we want to add an extra layer of validation to make sure we have a great deliverability. So you're going to go to Mails.so and Mails.so is extremely cheap. If you go to pricing, they always somehow have some sort of promo. So as you guys can see, we have the unlimited plan, which is like okay, the business plan and the pro plan. Okay, let's just go to the pro plan, or maybe the business plan. So the business plan is like, let me go back and walk you guys through this. Let me go back to pricing. So the business plan, it's gonna give you basically 50,000 email validation per month, right? And it's only $7.35 per user per month, which is basically peanuts, right? So now, once you sign up, you're gonna have to go to login. So I'm just gonna log into my account, and I'm gonna show you guys how to authenticate. So log in, and I have basically 200,000 emails validation. And the way I was able to get this deal is basically there's a couple of platforms that we share in our community that basically help you achieve results faster, right? And like they give you basically free OpenAI tokens, basically $2,000 of OpenAI, Claude, other perks for startups. So this is why I was able to get these deals. So I'm gonna go to API, and then all I have to do is basically copy my API key, right? So API key, just copy it. And then you're going to have to click on add and just paste in your API key, right? So I just exposed my API key. You shouldn't be doing it, but I'm just recording a video. I can just rotate it. So once you click on save, you're just going to have your basically the UI is going to be just like this. And then the only thing you have to do is basically map in the email, which is going to be email. Okay. And then we're going to see if the email is valid or not. So let me just run once, and mails.so is going to check. So results. So undeliverable. Great. So now we know the first email is undeliverable. We shouldn't be sending to that email. Okay. Now let me just go ahead and basically, in terms of one limits, here's a hack for you guys. If you don't want to put in two limits, you can just basically put one here, and the offsets is going to be 1. So offset just means the numbers of items to skip. So we're going to skip 1, and we're going to go to the second record and amplify. So let me show you guys how this looks visually, okay? So if I go back to runs, so the first one, output, so we're going to skip the first one, right? So this is offset, and we're going to go ahead and basically just validate the second one, okay? So if I run once again, so the second one is also invalid. Let me just, oh yeah, we forgot to add one offset here. So run once. So the second one is deliverable, accepted email. Okay, great. So now the third thing I want to do is basically, if you guys noticed, right, we have a couple things here. We have the organization name, which is basically the company name, and we're going to use company name as variable, right, in our email, right? Because we're going to send thousands of emails to those solar companies, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have to clean up the company names just so when we add them as variables, it doesn't sound like, hey, I noticed over easy vertical solar for rooftops. We want to say, I noticed over easy, or like basically over easy solar. That's it. Because headline co-founder CPO over easy solar, right? Or OES. Basically how like a normal human would talk, not like so we don't make it seem like it's like a mass campaign, right? It's going to be hyper personalized to what someone that's working in their company would call the company, right? So the way we're going to do this, we're just going to feed the organization name, aka the company name, to AI. And the model that I'm going to use is going to be Gemini. It's extremely cheap. You can use any AI model. It could be OpenAI, Claude, whatever you want. So I'm going to click on create completion. And then for the AI model, I'm just going to use Gemini 1.5 Pro. It's extremely cheap. I'm going to go to add items, and the role is going to be user, and the parts are going to be text, right? And then I have a company name cleanup prompts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 7-figure prompts, and these are prompts that we share in the community, basically a prompt for everything. And we're going to use like 50% of this later on in our positioning, etc., pain points, and market research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to company name formatter, which is this one. I'm just going to copy this and then normalize the company name, right? So the company name is obviously going to be the organization name. So organization name, normalize the company name. So company name is going to be name. And then domain is going to be domain. So if you just type in domain, you're going to find a domain. And what I would recommend is just map the mails.so domain, not the Epiphone one. Okay, so domain, map domain, and then the headline. Headline is going to be the person's headline, or AKA our lead's headline. Okay, so just map it ever so slightly. Just map it right here. And then now I'm going to go to max output token is going to be 750, right? And then what we're going to do is basically going to have a filter here. So a condition only if the result of mails.so is going to be deliverable, because we do not want to have a module that runs even though the emails are not deliverable. So we're going to check if the email is deliverable, then we can continue the flow. So what I'm going to do now is run once, and then we're going to have to feed in this to Gemini, and Gemini is going to give us the finalized results. So the finalized result is over easy. Great. Now I'm just going to name this cleanup, or company name, cleaner. And then I'm just going to save this, mails.so, get data set ID. Okay, perfect. So now that I'm cleaning the company name, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to begin my market research. Now, I'm reaching out to basically solar companies from 1 to 10, 11 to 21, and 21 to 50. So I don't know much about the solar industry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leverage AI to help me with my market research. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to use basically highly optimized prompts here in my 7-figure prompts. You can find these in our community in the classroom. So all I have to do now is I'm just going to use any AI model. It could be ChatGPT, Claude, anything really. But I'm just going to use Perplexity, okay? And then all I have to do is I'm going to start with something which is basically pain discovery in our market research. So what is the dream? I'm just going to copy this prompt, and I'm just going to start. What is the dream end result? Solar companies, founders with a headcount of 1 to 10. Make sure you always be as specific as possible with AI. 1 to 10, 11 to 21, 21 to 50. And I'm going to have to add a bracket, which is founders. Want in regards to generating new revenue, do they use any specific lingo when speaking about the end result? Output, the result only with no additional text. Great. So we're just going to wait for a little bit. Okay, so solar companies of various sizes typically aim for the following end results regarding new revenue. So 1 to 10, achieve profitability, increase customer acquisition, boost solar lead generation, cost per lead, slower marketing ROI, scale operations, expand market share, enhance customer acquisition. Okay, so all of these, we can basically use them to build our copy, okay, and our offer. So great. Now I know this now. Okay, let me just look through where they got this information. Solar power continues to surge. Okay. That's right. Reach solar installation by the end of the year. Okay, I can leverage this. As you guys can see, these are some industry insights that I don't know about these solar companies. So not only you make money with them, they also understand how they work, which is basically going to help you in other aspects of business and in your conversations in real life. So the word is on track to install 29% more solar capacity in 2025 than it did last year. Great. So what about 2025? Let me look for 2025. So I can share industry insights in the copy, and it's gonna make me seem like I've been working with them for like years. So let me go back. Is there any increase from 2024 all the way to 2025? Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one too. So these are all insights we're going to use in our copy. All right, awesome. What I'm going to do now is basically start building my offer in my copy. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have a pre-drafted one. So the pre-drafted one that I previously showed you guys in the beginning of this video. So I'm just going to go to my project scope. So I'm just going to basically copy this. Or maybe I'm just gonna edit this here. So we're gonna have basically a thoughtful personalization. So for example, hey lead, congrats on your latest sustainability report translating clean energy metrics into tangible community outcomes shows real leadership vision. Now you might be wondering, how the hell do you know this? Now we're just gonna use AI to generate a thoughtful personalization using their basically website scrape data. I'm gonna retrieve all the case studies, etc., etc. I'm gonna generate a thoughtful personalization. Now we're gonna basically introduce something called a quick social proof intro. And the tone is going to be confident, yet not too arrogant. So I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. Notice you're up against competitors that slash their CPA. So there's cost per acquisition by 60% through outbound systems, and got me thinking perhaps there's an opportunity here to reach more of your ideal clients using a similar approach. If you guys understand basically how the flow works. So I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. So I'm showing social proof. That means like I've been doing this for a while. And you can say this even though you haven't been doing this for a while. It's all total bullshit, trust me. You're just saying this if you've been working any job, like literally. If you've built a few systems in using my the blueprints that I share with you guys free in this channel, you're pretty much an automation specialist, trust me, because most companies don't know anything about this. So I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. So this is my social proof, and I'm going to say, perhaps there's an opportunity here to reach more of your ideal clients. So I'm balancing the tone of confident yet not too arrogant. Okay. So there you go. I could be off, right? So I'm kind of like going into that more humble tone. I could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, you might benefit from outbound systems that help you identify and reach your ideal clients with precision. Just like we did with Vincent. So now what we call this is a clear value proposition and a clear offer with a case study. Okay, so I'm just merging everything. I could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, you might benefit from outbound systems that help you identify and reach your ideal clients with precision, just like we did with Vincent last month, where we managed to add 85K in 12 weeks, purely off performance. We only win when you win. So this is my offer, purely off performance. Okay. Now they don't know what off performance means. Now, when I'm gonna get on a call with them, like I'll know how to speak to them, right? Shout out to a friend of mine in our community where he had 10 years of cold calling, and he showed us basically a step by step on how he approaches basically sales calls from end to end. Okay, so we have again here another thing, which is an industry specific knowledge, which is we understand how painful it is without automated referral engines in place. So just thinking about it, if you guys just give that a little bit of thought, solar companies mostly they rely on referrals. Like most companies do not actually use outbound and automated systems that reaches out to their ideal customers. So we understand that as in order for a company, right, from 1 to 10, 21 to 11 to 21, and 21 to 50, to get clients without referrals is extremely hard. They need to have a big referral scheme and basically spend a lot of money in ads. So would love to chat more if this sounds like it could be valuable for hypothetical company. Looking forward to a response. Now we can make this copy a little bit better just based off the market research that we've done. Okay. So hey lead, I like this personalization. I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. Noticed you're up against competitors that slash their CPA by 60% through outbound systems, and got me thinking perhaps there's an opportunity here to reach more of your ideal clients using a similar approach. So this is perfect. I could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, you might benefit from outbound systems that help you. Okay. Identify and reach your ideal clients. Oh yeah. Okay. So I can just use this. I could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, the electric power sector is projected to add 26 of new solar capacity in 2025, which will boost US solar generation by 34%. This could help you reach more ideal clients and expand to new markets, right? Because if you guys noticed here, what do they want? Yeah, they want to expand market share, enhance customer acquisition, increase customer acquisition, etc., etc. So we're just going to use expand to better markets and expand basically their market share. Or maybe let's just use expand market share. I like this. Okay, so I could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, the electric power sector is projected to add 26, which will boost US dollar generation by 34%. This could help you reach more of your ideal clients, more ideal clients, and expand your market share against competitors. Yeah, this lands. Just like we did with Vention last month, we've managed to add over 85K in 12 weeks, purely off performance. Okay? Nice. So I like this copy. So this copy is like, it's gonna do like more than like 3 to 4% reply rates. So I like this copy. Amazing. So now, since we have the copy ready, we have the offer ready, what are we gonna do? So we're going to have to get this data, right? Basically, their latest achievements, case studies, so we can generate our thoughtful personalization. The way we're going to do this, I'm just going to go to integration, click on this plus button, and I'm just going to use EXA. And EXA is basically the platform we're going to use to scrape their website page. So perform a search, and then the search query is going to be their website, so domain, and make sure to add HTTP. And then number of results is just one. Or maybe I can just one. Just one is more than enough. Category is going to be company. Include content response. Yes. That's pretty much it. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So save. Now I'm going to use that scraped data to basically personalize. And I'm just going to use Entropic Claude, create a prompt. And again, I'm going to go to my prompts. And the one that I'm going to use now is basically recent achievements prompt. So I'm just going to copy this and then go back to my system. Max tokens, I'm just going to use 3060. The one that I want is going to be Senet, I believe. Which one do I want? So Senet, this one is better. And then messages, role, text, user, and it's going to be type text. Perfect. And then now I'm just going to put in the text right here. And in terms of show advanced settings, I'm just going to lower the temperature to 0.9. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a system prompt. So you are a sales systems agency founder reaching out to a solar company founder. That's it. Pretty simple. And then I'm going to have to save this, run once, and then let's just see the output of Claude. Congrats on making solar accessible to more rooftops. Prefabricating vertical units is an innovative solution. Great. So now I'm just going to have to basically build the copy using a set tools. Just go back. Let me show you guys from the beginning. So go to tools, just look for tools, and it's going to be set variable. Okay. Now I'm just going to name this dream email, and then the variable value, I'm just going to copy the second one. And then before I do that, so hey, I'm just going to have to map in the first name, which is going to be in first name. So first name, and I'm going to have to add the congrats line. Yes. So congrats line. And then I'm going to have to basically add in my copy here. So I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. Notice you're up against competitors that slashed their cost per acquisition by 60% through outbound systems, and got me thinking perhaps there's an opportunity here to reach more value clients using a similar approach. Great. Now I'm going to go back to my project scope, and I can just copy this. Maybe we can trim some of the fat. Could be off, but if I'm seeing this right, the electric power sector is projected to add 26 of the new solar companies 2025, which will boost US solar generated by 34%. This could help you reach more ideal clients and expand your market share against competitors, just like we did with Vention last month, where we managed to add over 85K in 12 weeks. Purely off performance, we only win when you win. Great. I don't think we should change anything. So I'm just going to add in my Trojan horse here. For more industry insights, we understand how painful it is without automated referral engines in place. I'm writing this as in lowercase just because it has to seem like it's like a human wrote that, right? So psychologically, when someone is gonna read it in lowercase, they're gonna basically their system 2 brain. I recommend you guys read a book. It's called Thinking Fast and Slow. You're gonna understand what system 1 is system 2. So system 1 is basically intuitive brain that's inside that just looks at past patterns, right? And just recognizes the pattern that has been beforehand in past situations and just gives you the answer. And the system 2 is basically the one that is rational and you have to basically sit and think about the solution of that exact question. So my lead is going to read through this and their system 1 brain is going to go ahead and intuitively think it's personalized only for them. And I'm going to add another hack. Okay. So I'm going to go back and then I'm just going to copy my soft CTA. So this is a soft call to action. And hypothetical company. So hypothetical company, we're just going to map in what? The results. Okay, so the company name cleaner, the results. And then let me check if I'm still recording. Okay, I am recording. Amazing. And then would love to chat if this sounds like it could be valuable for company name. And looking forward to your response, Saad. Okay. Okay, so looking forward to your response, Saad, Mayo process, so they can Google me. And then I'm just going to add sent from my iPhone. Okay, so they're going to see, okay, this guy actually wrote this on his phone. Who does this? I'm going to save this auto line, and then basically, let's see the end result. Okay, hey area, congrats on securing major projects across Europe, proving the ballast-free system's versatility. I'm Saad, a veteran automation specialist. I could be off. We understand how painful it is without automated referral engines. Would love to chat more if this sounds like it could be valuable for over easy. Okay. Let me just remove this. And I think it's going to be better. Boom. And we're going to click on save. Awesome. So I have my copy ready, my offer ready, my leads ready. All I have to do is basically now just go to Instantly. So Instantly is my cold email software that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to go to my campaign, go to Instantly. And let me walk you guys through basically how to connect your Instantly account to make.com. It's pretty easy. You only have to log in. And then you're going to have to go to settings here, right? So settings, and you're going to have to go to integration and just make sure you use the API keys here. And then thank you. Thank you Instantly. And then all I have to do is I'm going to go to version 1, depreciate. I'm just going to have to copy my API key. And then I'm going to go to make, click on add, and just paste in your API key. Pretty simple, just like we did. Now, I already have a campaign. It's called My Campaign. So the leads email is going to be the leads email, which the one that we found using mails.so. So I'm going to go to mails.so, which is the email. And then the first name, we already have the first name. So first name, last name. The company name is going to be the output of Gemini. The personalization is going to be basically our dream email. And then the website is going to be, again, website that we have here, which is website. And make sure you add in HTTP all the time. In terms of phone, I don't care about it. And I'm just going to click on save. And then let me save this. And then let me just run once. Okay, great. Performing a search. And then we added everything to our Instantly campaign. Okay, and let me go back to Instantly. So we added the lead, the guy here. And then we have personalization line, preview, here area. Congrats on pioneering vertical solars for flat roofs. Simplifying the installation is crucial for scalability. I'm Saad, etc., etc. So this is a good copy. In terms of subject line, what I would recommend you guys do, I can add in an industry insight. So I just read through this and I have an idea. So I'm just gonna go to my instantly campaign. I'm just gonna say my process. So my company X company name. Next 10 years. Just so I can show them and basically insinuate that I want a retainer. Great. Okay, so now since we built the system, showed you to copy the offer, let me show you exactly how you can sell this, okay? So your positioning when selling this system. So we're going to use this system to basically get yourself a client, right? So we're going to use everything that I showed you in this video, and then you're going to resell it as hands off for about $1,800 to $2,000, right? So your deliverables will be the system itself, so the make.com system. And then all you have to do is you're going to basically sell 5 booked meetings with their ideal customer profile. So the idea is very simple. The only thing that's going to change is basically the lead source and the copy. Now the system, the backbone of the system is the same, right? The only thing that you have to do is basically scrape leads from Apify, using Apify from Apollo, and then basically they're gonna give you their ideal customer, and you're just gonna go ahead and scrape that using the exact same methods that I show you in this video, literally the same, so it doesn't change. And then you're gonna deliver 5 booked meetings with their ICP, ideal customer profile. So you're gonna sell the make.com system plus documentation, which is an SOP, plus some sort of monthly maintenance, right? So 5 booked meetings, some sort of monthly maintenance, and let's say like $300 to $400, and then you're gonna sell the system for about $2,000. So you're gonna position yourself as you need to get them the 5 booked meetings, right? And then you're gonna upsell for a retainer by giving them 2 choices. Okay, so this is the Trojan horse. They can keep the system, and you can just do the maintenance, right? Well, maintenance is basically just looking over the system like once a month. Then they work on a retainer with you, and you handle the entire outreach. Now, 99% of the prospects will say we don't want to deal with any issues with the system, so they will agree on a retainer. Then you can upsell them to a retainer of like, let's say $2,500 a month to $3,000 a month, depending on how much volume they want to scale. Okay, so if you want a step-by-step on how to actually do this, we have a step-by-step in the community where I show you exactly how to fulfill a client. So there you go.
Okay, so hopefully you found this video valuable. I'm gonna leave all the resource in the description, so you can just go ahead and copy exactly what I've done in this video. Make sure to check out Sales System Mastery if you want to acquire your first Sales Systems customer in about a few weeks. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.